Haman came about because Shaul did not kill Agag, and it says over there that the Shaul had a philosophical problem with killing Amalek completely. This is Vayorav Banochal, who said that the fight in the Nochal was not just a geographical place, but it was this philosophical conflict he had. And we're not going to go back, but that's what was the last time we learned. So now the Gemara says another difference between Shaul and Dovid. The Gemara says like this: Omar Rav Huna, Kama lo chole v'lo margish gavro demore sayei. He says how much you don't have to get sick and worried when God is on your side. When you have Siyata Dishmaya, you don't have to worry about anything. When you don't have it, God forbid, then nothing goes right. Why the Gemara said that? Because Shaul ba'achas v'olsoloi. Shaul made one mistake and it cost him his kingdom. Dovid b'shtayim v'olsoloi. Dovid made two mistakes, did not cause him the kingdom. Okay, Shaul ba'achas ma'inin. The Gemara says, what one mistake Shaul did that caused him to lose the kingdom? Ma'aseh the Agag. That was the Ma'aseh we learned, that he left Agag alive. The Gemara question, Ikonami Ma'aseh the Noiv Ira Kohanim, was another big mistake that Shaul made. He killed Noiv Ira Kohanim. He thought they were siding with Dovid Hamelech, and then he wasn't a Melech, he had Dovid, and he killed him. Why we're saying only did one mistake? He made more than one mistake. The Gemara answers, "B'ma'aseh the Agag ksiv nichamti ki imlachti es Shaul Hamelech." Already then, before Ma'aseh the Noiv, when he did the mistake, he didn't kill Agag. Hashem already says, "I regret," whatever that's supposed to mean by Hashem. There's no shaykh over there to regret, to find out new information. Whatever it means, the way it sounds to us, that Hashem already took away his kingdom. Nichamti ki imlachti es Shaul Hamelech. That's it. Already there was decision made. Yeah, later on the decision was executed later on, but already from that moment, the beginning of his kingdom, when he didn't kill Amalek, Agag Melech Amalek, you already lost his kingdom. Okay, that's the Ma'aseh of Shaul. Dovid b'shtayim ma'iniyu. Which two Ma'asehs of Dovid were counting that he still kept the kingdom? The Gemara says Ma'aseh the Uriah u'da Asoteh. The Uriah, that was Uriah Achiti, the husband of Bathsheba, the one he took him to be his wife, and he caused them to be killed on the war. The whole story over there brought in Tanakh that he sent them to the very dangerous place. He was killed. That's one Avera that counts to Dovid Hamelech. And Hasotah. What's the Hasotah? So that means he was convinced wrongly that he have to count the Jews. And the halacha we just learned about, you count them through the machzah shekel, you count them through money, you count them through other means, not directly. You don't count their heads that could bring a mageifa. And something hit him in the head that he needs to count them directly. That's called Ma'aseh Da'asotah. Because Husat, Liminas es Yisrael, when he was talked into, he was convinced that that's the way you have to do it. And that was his mistake, because that's brought a big tragedy to. We lost a lot of people because of that. You cannot count them by the number. The Gemara asks, there's a third problem with Dovid Hamelech. Well, he can name Ma'aseh the Bathsheba. The Avera with Bathsheba, that's the first one. Why don't we count this? The Gemara says, Hosom isparu mineh. For that he got punished. Tichsiv es akivso yishalem arbotayim. When the Nosson Novi came to him, he didn't come to him directly. He told him, a poor man has nothing but one lamb, and the rich man has a lot. And when the rich man had a guest coming to him, he took the poor man's lamb. What he asked Dovid Hamelech, what do you think the halacha should be? He says, you have to pay 4 times. And he went on to be very strict. So he told me that's exactly what you did. You have so many wives that Uriah Achiti Nebech has one lamb, one wife. You took this away from him. And he says, that's what happened to him. But Dovid Hamelech says, Yishalem Arbatayim, 4 times as much. He paid for this Avera, he paid 4 times as much. The baby was born, he lost the baby that was born, stillborn. Then Ma'aseh of Amnon, one of the David's sons, that got killed. Ma'aseh the Tamar, his daughter, was hurt by Amnon, and Ma'aseh Avshalom was killed. So all these four things, he paid 4 times as much for his aver. That's he already paid up for it. What it says, Yehochim Asota Nami Isparumene, by the Asota counting the Jews inappropriately, not the right way, he paid for it. Hashem Dever B'Yisrael me'aboiker ad ha'orev es moyed. If I'm not mistaken, the numbers were 75,000. It was a pandemic. 75,000 people died. So he also paid a heavy price for it. So why are you counting this? If you don't count wherever there was a heavy price for it, so for the Hasota was also a heavy price that he counted the Jews. It was also Isparu Migufei. It wasn't that he paid from his body. That was others died for it. He didn't pay for it. The Gemara says also Nami lo Isparu Migufei. The Gemara says by the Maise of Bathsheba also was not directly from his body. It was his children, its birds, but it wasn't he himself. The Gemara says, La Yisparu Nitzake, they also paid him by his body, bodily damage. What? Shisha Chadoshim Nitztara Dovid, who Porshu Mena Sanedrin, Mistalko Mena Shechina. 6 months he became a Tzoyra, Dovid Hamelech, he had the leprosy, and all the Sanedrim left him, and he lost the Shechina that was rest upon Dovid, the Shechina, the Ruach HaKodesh, he lost it for 6 months. That was Take, Shnemar, Yeshuvu li Yerecha v'yoyda edesech. They should come back to me, daven for, they should come back to me, the Sanedrin, the Shechina, the Chsiva, Hashiva li Sason Yishecha v'ruach niduva tismacheni. He asked him Hashem by all this, in the Kapitel Kufites, Kapitel Aleph, he asked Hashem, return the Ruach HaKodesh that I lost. Okay, now the Gemara asked, Omar Rav Kibel Dovid Lashon Hara. There was another 4th problem. B'kitzur, when Dovid Hamelech was running away from Avshalom when his son made the revolution, it says over there was one person that he could not come to be with Dovid Hamelech to support him and run away from him from Yerushalayim. That was Mephibosheth. That was the son of Shaul Melech Yisrael. He was already on the side of David, and the Lamaitze he couldn't do it because he was limping. But his Eved, his slave of Mephibosheth, tried to bring the Dovid Hamelech Lashon Hara that he didn't want to come because he's against you. So, and he told him, his name was Tziva. Tziva was not a Yid, and he was against. He tried. The reason he tried to do it, he thought the king gonna give him whatever. Mephibosheth, the son of the king, is a very wealthy man. He's gonna give it to him because of that. It brought the Lashon Hara of Dovid Hamelech, and the Gemara says Dovid Hamelech accepted the Lashon Hara. That was wrong. He should check more before he accepted the Lashon. He believed the story of Tziva. Tziva said that he didn't want to go with it. It was not true. Tziva made everything. He shouldn't get there. He needed to help him to get to Dovid Hamelech. Anyway, when Dovid Hamelech, when he heard then he heard the story from Mephibosheth that Tziva don't get Lashon Hara. It's not true. Dovid Hamelech, you know what? He already promised Tziva. He took everything what Mephibosheth owned. Then he says, you know what? You go and split it now. Since I already gave it to Tziva because of that Lashon Hara accepted, now I see there's another side of the story. You just split your wealth. The Gemara says when it's happened, it's another affair of Dovid Hamelech. Why don't we count it? The Gemara says when he said that, he already got also punishment. Yotzo Baskol v'omrolo. When that's exactly that Rachavam v'Yerovam Yachlok v'Malchusecha. Dovid Hamelech, his kingdom lasted fully good, strong kingdom for 3 generations. But Dovid Hamelech, Shlomo Hamelech, Rachavam. Rachavam was the grandson of. When he did that, when he Mekabel Lashon Hara, and he split the wealth between the Eved of Mephibosheth, Tziva, and Mephibosheth. He split the wealth between them. Hashem didn't like it because he should not to give anything to this Eved. This Eved was a Rasha. His Tam brought him a Lashon Hara. But the punishment Dovid Hamelech got for it, the 3rd generation, Rachavam, his kingdom was split already. Yerovam ben Nevat was the first king of Malchei Yisrael. So that was he got. For that he got punished. So the bottom line is Dovid Hamelech left only with 2 aveiros, which was the aveira of Uriah, Uriah Achiti, and Maaseh the Asota, And the Gemara is saying, despite this, Hashem was with him. B'kitzur, the reason for it, why Taka, the question would be on that too. Okay, Dovid Hamelech, Hashem with him, no matter what he did, he punishment, but it's still, he's still the good guy in the book of the good guys. Why is the king Melech Yisrael till the coming of Mashiach? Because I tell you, B'kitzur, because Shaul Hamelech, the mistake was you start arguing with Hashem. If you have weaknesses, you have Yetzer Hara, you don't blame Hashem. You take the blame. Says, I made a mistake. It's me. The moment you start blaming Hashem, a philosophical argument with God, if you're right, the policy is right or not, the philosophy is right or not, that you lose God on your side because you're fighting him. He's not on his side. David, no matter what he did wrong, he never went against Hashem. It was his Yetzer Hara he's dealing with. He admitted to it. He did true for it. So as long as you don't lose God, God is on your side. If you're on your side, then you're not nothing to worry about. All right.